I genuinely believe there is a very small number of truly ugly people in the world, and average and attractive people make up the majority. However, this is my viewpoint as a girl who would be considered mid, and I am also not the universal preference either since I'm black, or in other terms, a minority. So this would ultimately cross me off the list for some people, or what I like to describe as the blending effect, which basically means someone who is just average and very ordinary looking. So typically, people don't turn in disgust when they see you, but they don't go out of their way to do anything for you. They don't really even see you, and you're not registered in their brain. They completely forget about you within seconds if you walk past them in the street. They might think things on the days you particularly dress down, like, ew, trash or something, but they don't say it, so who cares?
But social contagion can change the way you see people. For example, I personally have always found Sydney Sweeney to be attractive, however a lot of people do not and have made that very clear. That wouldn't mean she's not attractive though, especially because she still gets attention. Another example, Jacob Elordi, while he is a good-looking guy, I personally would see him as an average-looking person. If he walked past me on the street I wouldn't double-take, and I likely wouldn't register him in my mind. I probably wouldn't actually be able to recognize him. But a lot of people find Jacob Elordi to be extremely attractive, and I wouldn't change my opinion just because a lot of people think that, and that's exactly that. But both people I have mentioned are not unattractive in the slightest, and even so would not choose me nor my male equivalent at all, and therefore I have no right to be speaking ill of any of them. But I think nature attracts you to your equivalent. For example, I am black and I am extremely attracted to black guys. I could talk about them all day. However, this does not mean I'm attracted to every single black guy on the planet. For example, Michael B. Jordan, as much as people talk about his good looks, I have never really found him to be ideal for me. But he would also likely not be attracted to me either. But then personality comes in, and if we both happen to be compatible then it could work, but it would not likely reach that point if we both don't initially have that attraction. In the dating world, it's anyone who's single, which is likely over 1 billion. But you only need one, therefore anyone who is not attracted to you is just not an option, whether you're attracted to them or not. And I have seen things play out for people who would be deemed more attractive than me. However, my more attractive peers complain about unwanted attention and catcalling, which is a serious issue for them, and it's not something I envy. If you are an average person or below, any person within your realm of reality that approaches you is likely to be genuine. I say realm of reality because if they're a 9-10 universal beauty then they're likely trying to play a joke or something, which I myself have experienced. But with anyone that talks to you, or responds well when you talk to them, the chances are that they are genuine. A mid person does a lot less filtering out, because the options are much less and straight to the point when it happens. Someone who is attractive probably gets attention all the time, which makes it hard to know who is genuine or who is trying to use you as a status symbol, or who just wouldn't mesh with you. Like my Michael B. Jordan example, because I'm mid, he wouldn't be attracted to me, but if I was attracted to him, he would have to reject me, which probably would be a frequent occurrence, which isn't easy for either party. But then he might be stressed that he's rejected someone who was worth talking to, or might take me on a date to be nice and realize he's wasted his time because he's not attracted to me. This isn't necessarily an issue with mid people. However, another common issue is the instant rejection of someone who is deemed out of your league. For example, if a really attractive girl or guy asked you out, and you dodge it but you're attracted to them, that would mean you're worried about what they would think of you, or you're worried because you think you're not good enough for them. And that's when personality is important, because without it you wouldn't even be able to talk to people. And I don't mean making jokes or making fun of yourself, because we all do it as mid people, I mean just being what they were attracted to. Yourself.